what you gotta do.
You just gotta do what you gotta do, man.
So, did you have any like other games to look at or what?
Yeah, so I've got one I played. Well, I've got one that we didn't look at last week from the week before, from my played
All right,
games, and then I've got one that I played over the weekend. It's been a really busy week, so I haven't had as much time to play.
all right, yeah. Let's
Um,
take a look at them, huh? Yeah, we could look at. Oh, you've played a classical game on Lichess. You're saying?
yeah,
I get you against Dario Inganamorte.
yeah, that dude.
All right. Well, you want to meet up in our candidate calculation study, or
Yeah, you just tell me
is
where
that
to
how we did it?
go. I don't know how to make it a study or make it anything else. I
All
just
right.
had the game. So you tell
Yeah,
me where
that's
to
no
go.
problem. Yeah, let's meet up in that in the candidate calculation study. I can just invite you again, probably, or maybe you
Okay.
can navigate to it if you want.
Let's
It's
see.
probably in studies you contribute to.
Okay.
You know, if you go to my profile.
Yep. There we go.
Yeah, I can add this game to the end then. Oh
Okay.
yeah, I see you made it there. So add this one up. All right, yeah, you had white and you beat the guy. Yes.
So it was either a brilliant queen sacrifice or a blunder, depending on whether you win or lose, as far as I'm
Right.
concerned. Um,
That's how it goes, pretty much. Definitely. F6 is pretty weird, huh?
yeah, a little strange.
You know, I noticed a lot of low-rated players, they like F6 against the London because they don't like to put their knight there. You know, they don't like when you do that.
Right.
But it definitely creates more problems than it solves. You know, it weakens the white squares a lot,
Yeah.
and even here. And this is why it's probably best to play with a quick c4,
Okay.
opening up those white squares. Exclam, definitely the way to go.
So then, if he takes,
When
then
he takes, you
I
laugh
go,
at him.
yeah.
Just laugh. That's all.
Because do
You know?
I go E3 then and open
He,
up the
sure, but I
discovery?
mean, he played e6, f6, and takes. Like, what? Why would he do that?
Yeah.
You know, the whole point of e6 is so he doesn't take.
Right.
And then f6, you play f6 and open it up. I mean, that'd be nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, when your opponent plays weird and sort of bizarre, which maybe you didn't know that it was that weird, you got to play aggressively. Don't be afraid of the guy taking this.
Yeah.
Who takes there and plays f6? Like,
Right.
imagine Queen's Gambit accepted, the guy plays f6 ever.
Right.
Like, that would be so crazy to see that.
Yep.
You know, this is like theory here, and then f6. You know,
Yeah.
what? And you have bishop f4 already, which is even better.
Yep.
So, yeah, that would be nutso for him to take. I wouldn't even consider him to take there. If I played c4, I wouldn't even think he was going to take. I'd think he'd go here or something like solid.
Right.
Try to hold on and not die immediately, because I played f6 and, like, should die. Pretty much. I mean, like, this is crazy to play c5. I'd be playing c4 so hard right now. No, but check looks good too. I like that. Just develop all your guys, huh?
Yep. That's what I was trying.
Hard to argue with that. Queen b6, weird move.
Very.
Knight c3 looks good enough. Yeah, wants c4. Wants you to break because you're so far ahead in development. You're already castled. You're already ready to go pretty much.
Yeah.
Only one more guy, which you're going to put on c3 anyway, so looks right. And then they're like still in first gear.
Yep.
So yeah, I would definitely be playing c4 all the time. Be breaking early. I break early when my opponent's so far behind in development.
Well, and I was trying to think about kind of what we talked about last time,
Right. Yes,
which
we did
was,
talk about that last time.
yeah, we talked about like, hey, if you're ahead in development, open up the center. If you're
Yes.
behind, then try to keep it closed. And so I tried to do some of that.
Did you?
But yeah, I did. Give me a second.
Because this looks like you're keeping it rock solid.
No, I think I did. I think I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't know.
Well, it's already too late because he goes here giving you too much material that you can't even try to implement an idea anymore.
Well,
You're
pretty
right.
proud. I was pretty proud of that move. I don't think that
This one?
Yeah, I mean, I triple forked him.
Well, yeah, that's a good move.
Yeah.
But it's not something to be too proud of. I mean, you just
Well,
walked right into it.
I know,
You
but
know?
listen, hey, I don't see these things just immediately in
I
the
get
same
you.
way you do. You know what I mean? So like,
I understand.
you know,
Definitely.
I have to take my small victories where I can get
Excellent. No,
them.
this is
You
the
know.
best move. Nobody would take that away from you. Definitely, that's a great move. But yeah, he shouldn't have walked right in.
Yeah, of course.
Sit right
Clearly.
down. He's got to back it up somewhere else.
Yeah, clearly.
But yeah, I do like that you went aggressive here. You made some forcing
Well,
moves, and it paid off.
and the bishop taking knight is what we talked about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, I think this is the best
I
move,
just
although computer says it's a little bad, but I think it's wrong. In fact, if you let the computer think, it now says that bishop takes c6 is the best move.
okay.
Yeah, if I'm
Nice.
looking at with the engine right now, I mean the Lee chess quick analysis said that bishop c6 is wrong, question mark mistake, but that's not true.
Yeah.
Bishop c6 just looks like it's the right move, and knight a4 is the right follow up. You just didn't see how strong your follow up was because now the evaluation is a lot higher.
Yeah.
But maybe you could have played queen takes as well.
Yeah.
But even still, you can get a break in here, probably. You should have played queen takes for sure, right? What's the
Yeah.
point of playing queen here and then pawn takes?
It doesn't make any sense, but
Yeah, definitely doubles his own pawns up.
I appreciated it.
Yeah, definitely. So now you're already crushing. Takes it. Get out of there. Boom. Exactly. This is what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Exactly this.
It
Yes,
might
exactly.
have been 3 moves too late, but
Yeah. No,
better than
that's
never.
definitely right. Yeah, you could have done it a little earlier instead of knight c3. It was the only other time that you probably. This is maybe even the only move I'd take issue with. Is this move? It's not even that bad, but c4 definitely would have been more precise to the point. And then
Yeah.
here. Yeah, definitely. But you got it going anyway, and plus your opponent just blundered the thing, so it made it.
Yeah.
You don't really have to play so accurately then. But no, yeah, now it's a joke. Boom shakalaka. I don't like that move.
You don't like which move?
This one hanging the queen.
Yeah, so hang on. Yeah, so that's why I said it was either a blunder
Right,
or
or
a
a
brilliant
brilliant
sacrifice. So I was making my son's birthday was yesterday, and so I
No
had
way. Are
made
you serious?
yeah.
That's my birthday was yesterday.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah,
Oh,
June
good.
9th is my birthday, yes.
Nice, man.
And
Happy
I
birthday.
just, thank you. This isn't even a joke, though. I'm teaching the chess camp. The
Yeah.
other instructor's birthday, also June 9th.
Seriously,
Yes,
that's funny.
everybody's birthday, June 9th.
That's
Crazy.
funny. Well, I had made breakfast yesterday, like in the oven, right? And it was time right as this move was happening. The oven went off, and I'm in I'm not in like time trouble, but I hadn't been like rushing, right? And so like as soon as this happened, I just made a move because I was trying to get trying to get it out, and then and then I was like, oh son of, and I was this close from just resigning and saying forget it, I'm going to move on, but then I decided I'll fight it out and see
Just
see
keep
what I
on
can
fighting.
do. Yeah,
And then you won.
yeah,
Never resign. But yeah, blundering the whole queen, and you went from plus 10 to minus 10.
yeah. It was brutal, man.
20-point blunder.
It was
That's big.
brutal. It was not good.
Yeah, any rando queen move's fine. I'd probably like pin it here, maybe.
Yeah, it was just bad.
Queen h5 if the computer wants it. But yeah, e4. Oops.
Yeah, my bad. Oops. I figured if I could move the pawn to f3, then I'm gonna, basically. I mean, the bishop's useless, right? Because all the white squares, the entire diagonal across. At least that was my plan. That's why I did that. Is I felt I would be safer by moving f3 up, or moving the f pawn to f3. I don't know if that was right or not, but I was just trying to.
I mean, it just matters. Like, it doesn't matter at all.
Yeah.
I mean, you're down a queen now.
Oh yeah. Well,
What are
I
you talking
know
about?
it was brutal.
Then he hung the bishop. Then you didn't take
I didn't
it.
take it right away because I wanted to get the queen out of there.
But he could move his queen to attack your bishop, then you don't win a bishop. If he goes here, then you don't take his bishop. It's a trade of bishop.
Yeah, I think if he moved there, I would probably, f4.
Sure, but I mean,
You know.
don't do that. Just take the bishop instead of that.
Yeah.
Take a free bishop. Don't just attack his queen
Yeah.
twice. Taking a free bishop is better than attacking his queen twice. But he didn't do that. He just let you do this. Then still you should take.
Yeah, and I saw it. I just, like I
Right.
said, I was trying to chase the queen away.
But here's what you
bit,
did.
and then-
It's just here's what you did. And this is the only thing that stops your play.
yeah,
Is they can go here, attack your bishop, then you don't win anything.
right.
Because he saves his bishop then. That's the problem. But
Yeah,
neither
I
of
see
you
that.
noticed it. So then you took. Alright, that's the deal. Here, now I'd probably play knight d6 check, but it seems like you don't notice when your opponent is attacking your pieces, huh?
Yeah, well, this one. So this
Maybe.
one I noticed. No, I didn't. I didn't when he moved his knight. I did after I did after I took that piece. Yeah, like when I took that piece, I was like, oh, Eric.
Hanging everything.
Yeah,
But he
and
believed you, I guess. He was afraid of this situation.
yeah. If he had taken the bishop, I'd have been in serious trouble.
Yeah, because this is hanging after.
Yeah, I'd have been in serious trouble.
Yeah, so this is definitely wrong. You can't miss all the stuff your opponent attacks.
Yeah,
You attacked your queen, missed it. Attacked your bishop, missed it. Like what? His last move was here. What did you think he was doing?
I don't know.
You know?
No clue.
I mean, every time your opponent makes a move, you got to say, okay, why'd he do that?
Yep.
Like, why did he ever do that? Oh, I guess it's to attack that in one move. That's definitely why. So yeah, you got to turn around and back it up. Or I mean, I would check. But hey, you got options there. Instead, Blondo. Now you're winning after bishop g3.
Yeah, and then after I realized, I was like, okay, time to get out of dodge. But that
Which
was
is, it's kind of weird because I'd probably play this and win his queen.
yeah. I actually didn't even see that.
Right, but your move is better. Your move is exclam.
The bishop.
Yes, because now you're threatening this and your bishop's not hanging.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have a great answer. Your threat is very strong and he can't answer it in a proper way. And he threatened, so you have a threat and he has a threat. So you just stopped his threat, and now your threat is still in the air and difficult to prevent.
Yeah.
Like if he, for example, goes here, you'll play knight takes, still with 100 threats.
Yep.
So that's why your move's exclam, without you even knowing it. Here, then takes was good. And then king c8. He's already lost again, huh?
Yeah. Well, I missed two mates, so it's clearly not all roses.
Yeah, this is even a blunder, apparently. Your back rank is scary, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, so he had, what is
No.
it? It's rook d5 exclam.
Yeah,
Rook d5 exclam.
Well, yeah.
Dang, that's just exclam. There's no other way to put it. The problem is if you play, like, say, knight takes check, you lose your rook.
Yep.
If you take the queen, it's mate.
Yep.
If you play rook takes, then I was going to do this, but that hangs the queen, so I guess I'll just like take on a2 like it says. Threaten mate. And it's just unclear now. And it's just total mess at this point. But you're not up material, really. So yeah, that would have been a really good play by your opponent to avoid the queen hang. Now, instead he did this, which hangs mate. Check, looks good. Takes, looks good. Bishop f2. Yeah, you have
that
mate
was
and
missed mate. Yeah.
This is actually pretty clear, huh?
Yeah.
It's just check, check, and mate
Yeah.
on c8. Check, check, mate. It's like only legal
And then-
moves, actually.
Yeah. And then it was done.
But even here, this should win, right?
Yeah, which
That looks pretty good.
yeah.
Now I would probably block with the rook check.
I didn't even see that.
It's actually mate. Which I didn't notice until now. But rook c1 is mate.
That's a crazy mate.
Yeah,
That's a weird mate.
Yeah, because the knight is interacting.
Yeah.
Actually, if the knight wasn't there, it's now every piece is useful for white.
Yeah.
All 4 pieces are needed for the mate. That's
Yeah.
pretty funny. Yeah, you're right. That is a crazy mate. And the rook stops. Yeah, the rook c1 rook stops.
That's strange. That's weird.
They got him in a box there.
Yeah.
But this move looks good enough, and then he allowed double mate. But yeah, it doesn't really look like you messed anything up near, except for obviously hanging the queen. But I mean, when you were winning the next time, the second time, then it didn't seem like you really messed anything up there. You know, you missed some faster mates, but your moves were totally winning too. So you can't really, you find a totally winning move and then you play it. You don't look for more mate. You know.
Right.
So it doesn't really matter that much. Obviously, your opponent made 2 threats this game and you missed them both.
Yeah.
And you could have lost because of them. But the second time he didn't take because he was scared, I guess. He was a little scared there. But you took your queen. You should have lost. But good job not resigning.
Small victories.
A good one. Yeah, because you got to keep going, and you won the game because of this. You won the game because you just didn't resign, and it's not like he just hung his queen back. You outplayed him.
Yeah.
From down a queen to a win.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show you how weak these 1100s are. Like, come on.
including myself.
Definitely. Definitely.
Listen.
Yeah,
I'm a realist about it. But the knight doing cool things up there, like kind of the windmill type attack. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
That was, I don't know. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was really messy around here.
Yeah.
Because he could have played actually this beautiful move, but he missed it. And then you were totally winning after that. You just took everything apart.
Yeah.
You had mate even. That's pretty cool. But all right, so you had another game, right?
Yeah, I had one from, I don't even remember it, but I remember we did have one more that we didn't go over.
Oh, yeah. Was it on Lichess or?
Yeah, it was on Lichess. I think it was a classical game.
Yeah, did I already put it in here? Was this the Lane Andrew one?
I don't know. Let me see.
No. I think we looked at this because I remember he also played F6. Remember?
Yeah. Let me.
Oh, yeah. What? Wait, actually, maybe I don't remember this. It's tough because I have a lot of students who play the London,
Oh, yeah, well.
So it's tough to remember, like, all the London games I look at.
Well, and, I'm assuming that's because you got people like Eric Rosen and whoever online, at least that's where I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Eric Rosen's playing the London all the time?
Yeah, he plays it a lot. Leon Andrew 11.
Yeah, I got it up here.
Okay, sorry. I just had to
I wasn't sure. But I remember that, I must have just looked at this, but we didn't get to actually look at it yet. But I remember that a lot of your opponents play F6 early, in this London. That's almost always wrong.
Don't touch the F pawn.
Right. Yeah, keep Freddie home. Right? But still, I mean, Bishop D3 is probably a good move, but I'm almost always playing C4 in response.
I don't think I've ever played C4. I've played C3 a couple of times.
I mean, C3 is the normal move, right?
Yeah.
C3 is the normal way. But C4 is, you're right. Usually in the London, I don't play London too much or ever, but
sure.
When I do play it, I typically playing with C3. But here your opponents, just because of F6, right?
Yep.
Just because of F6, that's the only reason I'm playing C4 so fervently. Okay. To open up these white squares because he weakened them.
Yeah.
With F6, and that's the way to go. And when you're playing a system opening, which the London is the London system.
Yeah.
You have to, typically in a system opening, you play a set of the same moves. But strong players, they alter their moves based on their opponent's moves.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. For example, if you see a strong player play with white and they're playing a London, let's say they do like this, and their opponent plays in a King's Indian style, you'll basically never see them play C3 here. Like this, like weak players, they'll always set up the same way.
Yeah.
Here and then there, and then like let's say knight bd7, C3. They'll always do this London setup, right?
Mm-hmm.
Classic London setup. This is just wrong against this setup for black. you don't want to run into e5, e4,
Sure.
and your bishop here is badly placed, and you don't have queenside counterplay, which is important in this particular variation because your opponent's going to attack you on the king side, which is pretty typical in the King's Indian defense. That's why if you see a strong player play in this position, they'll play with bishop e2. They'll also throw in a little h3 once d6 happens so that their bishop doesn't get trapped.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, typically when I'm playing the London, anytime somebody plays, like you play like h6, you know what I mean, or f6, something like that, then h3 immediately happens. So I have a place for my bishop to go. Typically, at least that's what I do.
I would say that that's not necessary. Like I only would play h3 if I'm afraid my opponent will win the bishop pair.
Okay.
Like here, black is threatening this move. Like if you castle, he goes here, and now you can't play bishop e5,
right?
Which would be a good response. You can either give up the bishop by keeping it here or going here, or you can do this and give it up this way by provoking h6, g5, and then takes.
Right.
Which is probably this is the best option at this point. But I don't like to give up the bishop pair. I think black's better here.
Yeah.
I've had this exact position with black. So that's why strong players, they wait for d6, though. They do it at the last possible moment. They don't want to play h3 if it's not forced. They wouldn't just play h3 unprovoked because it's a waste of a move, basically, if you don't have to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But they'll wait for d6, then they'll pop in h3, and they'll castle. Notice that they keep the pawn flexible.
Yeah.
They might play c4. They might play c3. You don't know yet.
Yep.
Now, the main line for black is to play queen e8 and e5, which typically white does play c4, e5, bishop h2. And now white is attacking on the queen side more aggressively, and typically black attacks on the king side by moving the knight and playing f5, f4.
Mm-hmm.
They're attacking your king side, so you're playing aggressively here, maybe rook b1, b4, and attacking on the queen side, which is not always the plan in London.
Sure.
But against this King's Indian setup, it is the most ambitious and correct plan because your opponent is going all in on the king side and not playing very much on the queen side at all. Yeah. Giving you all the space that you need on the queen side, not even interacting with you on the queen side.
Yeah.
So you have to think when you're playing a system opening, what is my opponent doing and how do I set up against their setup? You don't want to always play the exact same way because your opponent will just pick a variation that your setup is suboptimal against. That's why if you play a strong player, they'll probably do this to try to, because they assume that you're just going to get the same dumb London setup that everybody who just blindly plays the London and isn't paying attention goes for.
Sure.
But you got to pay attention to what your opponent's doing and get a different setup based on what they're doing. And in my experience, when I played the London, if my opponent played with f6, I'd always be playing c4.
Okay.
That's it. I mean, there's other stuff I could tell you. For example, if people play with knight c6 without c5, knight c6, no c5, then I'm always doing this.
Yep.
And getting in there early, which I don't always play bishop b5, but if they play knight c6 without c5, I like to double the pawns like that and get my knight into e5. Typical idea. I didn't make it up.
No, it makes sense.
Knight d7 also is a weird move, by the way, by your opponent there.
Okay.
I wouldn't expect that. Now, your position still looks good here. c5 again. I mean, what is with these guys? They play f6 and c5?
No.
Who does that? You make only pawn moves?
We're 1100s, buddy.
I can tell. Seriously. C3, solid. But yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about last lesson. You got to try to open that up. Yeah. This is too timid, too solid.
Yeah.
I would castle and be playing c4 and e4.
Yeah.
That'd be my next three moves. Castle, c4, knight c3, e4. Those four moves, but that's what I'd be going for, those four moves. c3, what are you afraid of? Well, why did you even play c3?
I mean, I assume if he takes d4, then I just take back, I think is what I was thinking.
You could take this way.
I just have always, I don't know. I try to keep the center pawns. I guess is probably what was going through my head.
Typically in a London, you play e-takes when they take. Typically.
Okay.
That's you're now if your knight is still here, a lot of times you will play c-takes. You could play knight c3.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, like in a classical London, let's say they play more normal.
Yeah.
Like this, and then say like this, and here, like this. Let's say something like this, right?
Yeah.
If they ever take, which lower rated players do, you almost always play e-takes.
Okay.
Because knight takes wouldn't. C-takes wouldn't really make sense without the knight being able to go to c3. And I already played knight d2 here.
Okay.
So, the only reason people would ever play c-takes is for knight c3.
Okay. All right, makes sense.
Yeah. But you're still definitely better here. Yeah, this is too timid.
I'm trying to find the line between aggressive enough, but not too aggressive where I
You know what
end
it
up,
is?
like I
Is
said,
you don't know when to play aggressively and not.
yeah, I'm struggling with it. I'm really struggling with it.
It's not obvious all the time.
Yeah.
It's only because I have more experience than you that I know that you should be playing aggressively here. But let's take a look at this position.
Okay.
Need I say more?
He's going nowhere. Yeah,
he's going nowhere fast. So let's get it going. The computer just wants e4 here. Vamos. E4 X-Clown. Then your opponent would look kind of foolish if this is good for you. I don't know. What about he takes the pawn, maybe? Okay, save your rook. So you sacked a pawn. But it looks like you're just totally winning. He's got no pieces developed, and you're obviously winning.
Yeah.
But you would know that this is good for you, I think. Like in a game, like if you were looking at this position and you thought, maybe here first, then takes, then here, you wouldn't necessarily know that that's good for you.
Yeah, I don't think I'm there yet.
Right.
Quite honestly.
Absolutely. But now maybe you would.
Yeah.
Because there's so much tension in the center. This means the center will open up.
Yeah.
If the center will open up, he's not happy about it.
Right.
No way. You're getting this going. You have all your pieces out. This is the benefit of developing all your pieces early, is that if your opponent goes moving a queen, makes a lot of pawn moves, rook c8, which seems like a weird moment for that.
Very.
He needs to get developed over there. He's playing really slowly. He's still 4 moves away from castling. Has to move a pawn, a bishop, and a knight.
Yep.
And all of those will. He's not going to get all those moves in. There's just no way.
Yeah.
It's going to cost way too much time. So, yeah, I would definitely be trying to sack the pawn. You could even go here with the idea that if he takes it, you just try to win back his b pawn by putting your rook on the b file.
Mm-hmm.
Then you don't even sack a pawn.
Yep.
You're just doing totally fine there, materially and positionally winning, because you got all your pieces out. They didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't even need
Makes
to
sense.
play so crazy, but this would just feel wrong to me. No matter how you slice it.
Yeah.
I would never be playing this move like right now when he's so far behind. I would be exploiting that. And also, you lined this up. You don't care about that?
Yeah, like I said, I think it was the B pawn. I know in the London that.
Well, sure, but if it's the B pawn, play here to defend it. Don't walk right into the rook.
Yeah.
You're walking right into the rook.
I'm sure I didn't even see it.
Right. I know. That's what I thought. Right. Yeah. Exactly. But this is something a strong player will notice. I don't line up my queen with his rook if I don't have to.
Well, yeah. Because then he if he C takes.
Yeah, this is what happened. He played c takes and then even queen takes to exploit your pin. It didn't work because you had a tactic out of it, actually. I remember. But let's take a look here. There. Takes it. Takes back. 97. Now you blundoed here. Yeah.
I have no clue why.
Right, that move hangs the pawn, like I said.
Yeah.
Because of this. It also hangs a fork, which is even better.
It's just all bad.
Yeah. And so knight h4, horrible blunder. Because also, what is even the point? Like, if it's your
Yeah.
move again, why did you like? What are you gonna do? Go here? I don't
I
think so.
mean, F5 doesn't work, G6 doesn't work. I have no idea what it was. No, no clue.
Yeah. Now, if you're gonna make a normal move, I would like go here.
Yep.
Normal. This pawn's weak anyway. On e6 because he played f6.
Yep.
Not surprising that weakens e6. So yeah, knight h4 is a really crazy move. This is an 1100 move right here.
Yeah.
For sure.
Living up to my reputation.
Right. But even g5 is stronger than what they played. But yeah, this is what I was talking about earlier. And it actually does just win the pawn. g3 and then g5. But now you can get out of it with the tactic here. Yeah, you don't get forked because he put his queen there to get hit. This is what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Then he played this one. Okay, that looks pretty normal, but I will say queen 8 g4 probably is winning material. Here,
Okay.
I thought it was e5, really. Well, maybe you can survive here, though. But it looks like you might lose your bishop for at least some pawns. Because don't forget about that pin on the c file.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, I don't know, I mean, this still looks pretty complicated. At least a little bit complicated. So anything could happen, especially since you won this previous game. You're down a whole queen. So, I mean, this position, you'd still have some chances.
Anything can. I still have my queen. Anything can happen.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, your opponent can hang their queen here and lose, or you lose. Who knows? He goes for this one. Now, wow, here? So you just don't care about your knight, I guess.
Clearly not.
You must have forgot about it.
I'm sure I did.
You classic forgot about it.
I mean, again,
they forked you. You got out of there with one move. And you're like, all right, now it's my move again. Just go here.
Yeah.
Oops, my knight. Dang it. But that's why in every position you got to look at all your opponent's forcing moves, right?
I mean, I do remember this position in the game because I do remember, like, I was so singularly focused on the A pawn because I'm
the least important thing in the position.
Well, I don't know why, but like I just viewed it as a free pawn, and like I do remember, the queen, and then the fact that the A pawn was undefended. I was like, I'll just go grab that, and so as soon as he moved the queen, I was like, yeah, I'm going to grab the A pawn.
Right.
Totally
understand. No, it would be a free pawn if there wasn't a free knight hanging, right? Then I'd agree. If your knight was already on g2, I'd say, oh, maybe I'll go take that pawn. Why not? But yeah, you got it. You can't forget about Dre.
This gets so ugly, man. Like this chess makes me feel so stupid.
But also, what about like b6 trapping you? Yeah. I wouldn't like that either. No, you know that famous Fischer game?
That's not good. I actually just bought my 60 memorable games, but I haven't started going through it yet.
This one's not in it because he blundered horribly.
No.
Game one. But, yeah, there's a game where Fischer took the pawn and got his guy trapped. It was game one of the World Championship against Spassky. Then he lost game two by not showing up. You didn't know that?
I've heard it. I don't know all the lore about it,
You got to know the lore. But here, let me show you what I'm talking about. Hopefully this is the right game here. Spassky is white against Old Fish. Fischer played this Rogozin, which is pretty rare for him. It's actually transposed to a Nimzo now. 92 is kind of weird. Although Black's play is not typical either, I would say. Let's see, when did he do it? Tra-la-la-la-la. Come on. Here we go. Blonda. Yeah. Obviously G3.
Yeah.
And he's like, no problem, I just get out of there, right? Come on, let me out. Let me out. Let me out. This is not a dance. But yeah, and then he's not getting let out. He's begging for help and screaming for help. But he's clearly trapped.
Yeah, interesting.
And then he lost.
Yeah.
Although, I never actually analyzed this endgame, I'll admit. I don't know if it's losing by force. Maybe it's e5 here or something. But anyways, we can learn from the greats, even when they're not so great.
Yeah.
Takes is like a really bizarre move to play in a world championship game.
I was just channeling Fischer. I mean, come on,
Yeah,
man.
seriously. Right. But yeah, anyways, don't trap your guy like that. Now nobody ever gets trapped there because of that one game. Didn't you know that? That's how it goes.
I do now.
Yeah, but now, yeah, anyways, b6, same thing.
Yeah.
Pretty much, except it's a knight instead of a pawn defending it. You still get trapped. So yeah, now you gotta keep fighting, huh?
Yeah.
He could have taken that e6 pawn. In fact, he probably should have defended his e pawn. But who cares about a pawn, right? We're hanging pieces out here.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, who cares about a pawn on a7?
Right. We're out here dropping knights on h4. Here, I mean, what? You don't take it?
Well, I didn't think I could take, because if I take, then I can't retake back. Well, I guess I could. Yeah, never mind. I think, I don't know, just looking at it right now. Well, looking at it right now, I don't know what I thought he would take with, but I thought that the queen would still be on g4. So I wouldn't have been able to take.
Oh, I get you. Because like it's pinned still. I get you.
Yeah,
like I still pinned.
Yeah, I thought it was pinned.
Classic pin. Yeah, too bad the queen's pinning and attacking. It can't do both. Classic. Classic queen. So you let him off the hook there a little bit. Although I guess he's just winning no matter what. b6 is best.
Hey! There he is. He pinned me.
Yeah, trapped you.
Or trapped me.
You know what?
So I don't know what that was. Besides a gift.
Sure.
Besides a gift.
A gift from the chess gods.
Yeah.
No, maybe they thought you were going to play like h takes, and then it won't be defended. But f takes, you did defend the knight and allowed for this move.
Should I have been trying to? Should I have been trying to trade there? Like, should I have traded the queen? That's kind of what I mean, I guess going to queen d4 is kind of is trading it, but
I mean, you're just totally lost here. You're down a piece.
Yeah,
and you got another piece trapped.
So that's bad. Like, I shouldn't do that.
Right. Well, what I'm saying is that like, no matter what you do, there's still the reality of the situation you're gonna have to face, which is that you're down a piece and your piece is trapped.
Yeah.
Now, I know at your level, it's just like the game continues.
Yeah.
But in real life, like White would resign and Black would just win the game here without any, any sort of question.
I need you to get on my level.
I don't know if I can. Well, maybe. I mean, at the chess camp, the kids are, not that great. So maybe.
I mean, anybody. Here, what makes I don't know. Does it make sense to bishop b6? Go ahead and take that.
I mean, I would try to attack my opponent's pawn.
Because I see bishop b6. Then if he retakes with the knight, then it's queen b5 check, and then when he moves, taking the knight.
Well, he'll block you with the knight that you're attacking. He'll just go back.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You could play queen b5 first, then. You play queen b5, and then you just take it.
Yeah, and then he can't. That
you
makes
can
sense.
Also be like Fischer, right? Remember he did that and it didn't work? You could try that and it won't work.
We're 1100. It probably would have worked.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he would have gone here and then takes. Which is what he did. So you can't even say I'm exaggerating. But yeah, I wouldn't expect that move. How come one person's up 9 and then the other person's totally winning? This happens a lot in your game. You were up 9 and then you hung your queen.
Yeah.
Although yours was less ridiculous, but still very ridiculous.
I don't know if mine was less ridiculous or not. I'm not sure I'm going to give you that one.
I think it was. I mean, because what? You just didn't see the discovered attack.
Yeah.
People miss discovered attacks all the time.
Yeah.
Who plays queen takes f3 and then the rook is right there next to it?
Yeah.
It's not far away.
No.
It's like right there.
It's not like I was sniping from the other side of the board.
Yeah, sniper, no sniping. Oh, man. Here. Wham. Shwam. That was a good.
This
I
is
bet
when
you're
it got.
pretty confident about this.
Yeah, it got ugly.
Attacking everything. Dang.
It got ugly real quick. And I
I've
don't
never
think
seen you attack so many things at once.
he didn't even finish. Like that was
No.
it. Yeah.
You can't handle this. Is already computer announced as forced mate here.
I kind of wanted him to though.
15.
Like,
Yes. Have a grand old time.
Yeah, I wanted him to let me finish it off. Come on, man.
Yeah, but it would be like a boxing match where you're just like, wham, like, wham,
Bam,
wham,
bam. That's exactly.
Face exploded. Yeah, that's totally what it's like.
Yeah, it would have been an MMA nasty style thing.
Yeah, definitely. Oh boy, but yeah.
So,
anyways, interesting games. Obviously, you need to not like blunder your queen, and your opponents need to not blunder their queen. Because you and your opponents blunder your queens and stuff.
But I don't, and that's the thing that was so frustrating to me was about that yesterday. It was like I don't normally do that. Like I can be really conservative about it, so that like I don't want it in any kind of danger. You know what I mean? That's why I was so annoyed yesterday.
I mean, but you make ridiculous moves that are blunders, even if it's not hanging the queen in one move. This.
Clearly, yeah, clearly
Missing that.
Yeah.
But it's all about tactics, right? Every time.
Yeah.
I don't care about. And you don't usually play like anti-positionally. Like you play in a solid way. You usually don't. If anything, you don't play aggressively enough. But I don't care about that. I care more about. You go here, that guy forks you. That's what I care more about. But yeah, most of 100% of your effort should really be in tactics training.
And I've gotten better. Like I wish Lichess would give me like a graph over a longer period of time. It only gives like the last, I don't know, 10 or 15 or 20 puzzles, something like that.
Oh, I see. I know what you mean. Like when you go into the puzzle thing.
Yeah, but like I wish it gave a longer period of time because I remember being at like 1,100 puzzles. And I'm in the 1,400s now, so like I'm getting better. You know what I mean? Like tactically, I'm getting better, and as I'm doing them, I see them quicker. But I don't know. For me, like I wish I could see like a progress over time, and it just doesn't seem to do that.
I felt like you could though.
Maybe I don't know. I looked for it online for a little bit, not like a real long period of time, but I don't know. It's not that big a
deal. Yeah. I see what you mean. But anyways, really interesting games. I guess we finally finished them all, huh?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Maybe we can continue through this own study, huh?
Yeah, let's do it.
So you finished that one. Oh, yeah, right. We were in the middle of this one. We didn't quite finish it yet, huh?
Yeah, I think we started it, like the first move or something. And
let's see, what else do we got? Just wondering. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. This one, did we look at this already?
I don't think so.
Dang it. Oh, well, let me go all the way to the end, and then that didn't do it. Go all the way to the end, and then hide next moves. There we go. Okay, but then let's go back to where we once belonged. Knight f4 exclam, you found that one.
Yeah.
King f1, knight d3, rook b1. But now we're at a critical moment where black misplayed. And you've got several forcing moves here to consider. Such as?
It's not really forcing. I guess bishop f3.
That's pretty forcing. What else?
Is bishop f2? Is that forcing?
It's capture.
Yeah.
So, yeah. If you took the pawn and nothing happened, you'd win.
Yeah.
So you're trying to win, yeah. Bishop f2. For that matter, knight f2.
Yep.
Anything else?
Da, 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 da. I guess knight e5.
I probably play knight takes e5 check then.
Yeah.
Doesn't look that great, but it was forcing, I think.
Um.
Yeah, these are the three moves that I thought made sense.
Yeah.
They're all lovely captures. And there's not really a serious threat anywhere to consider. Like, too serious. Like, what could you threaten? You can't threaten the rook. Or anything, really.
Yeah.
You either take this or you take that.
Yep.
You've already found the right candidate move. Hooray. But now you have to calculate the moves and figure out which one is the right one.
All right. So bishop takes f3. Then knight takes f3.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't really. I don't see much. How far do you calculate before you decide? You know what? Not much here.
Well,
You know what I mean? Like
usually I try to exhaust the forcing moves.
Yeah. So if it's bishop f3, knight f3, then I could go for either of the other two moves, I guess, on f2.
Yeah. That's what I would be looking at afterwards. If I take on f2 after. Really, the question is how that compares to taking on f2 first. This is more a matter of comparison than anything else.
I think I would actually take with the knight. If I took knight f2, no. If I took bishop f2, then I'm threatening the knight on c4, right?
It's defended.
Well, but if I took f3 first,
Right.
you know what I mean, and then he took with the knight, then it's not defended anymore.
You're right.
That would, and then if not, I guess he ruins his pawn structure. If he didn't take with the knight, then he takes with the g pawn.
Which he probably would, according to what you were saying.
Then he doubles up and leaves the g file open.
Yeah, at least he doesn't lose a pawn, maybe, unless you're still going to take the pawn. On f2, I mean.
Yeah.
Because if I had white, I would just do anything I can to not lose material, first of all.
Sure.
It's clear black has the initiative here.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right that you should take on f3 first.
Yeah.
That's the right way to go. Black didn't do that. They took on f2 with the knight. There's a tactical reason why this is bad, actually. Because I will say, after bishop f3, best move, knight takes, you could just take with the knight even. You don't have to play bishop takes to attack the knight. All you have to do is win a pawn. And both of these moves win a pawn.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, bishop takes is a little bit more suspect because I'd be afraid of like some king e2 and your pieces are a little loose there.
Yeah.
Or like some other move like knight b2, I don't know. Or they could use something like, let's say, sacrifice the knight, and then when you take back, then king e2, and then your knight is like stuck there.
Yeah.
But either way, you could trade the bishops and take the pawn, and it's a free pawn.
And then do I just roll the pawns, down
Yeah, you
the
got a
board?
passed pawn.
Yeah.
So your plan is to play e4, e3, e2, e1.
Yeah. Okay.
That's your plan. You're going to have to be patient because you might want to bring your f pawn and your king to help, and make sure he doesn't like fork you with his knights because he's got two knights.
Yeah.
So that's kind of scary with the knights.
Sure.
But black played knight takes f2 right away. Now, the only thing, that wins the pawn, but there is a tactical problem. That's the only reason why the move is wrong, because it doesn't actually win a pawn. It's either you win a pawn or you don't. The other way did win a
Uh,
pawn, but this doesn't. You're going to have to find the sort of refutation, if you will.
mm, H3. Mm.
Okay, come on. Let's look at some forcing moves.
No, I was talking about you're talking about for white, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
H3. What?
Well, I was trying to trap the knight, but he can just go right back to where he was and he'll be fine.
But anyways, I want to check capture a threat. First of
Uh,
all, maybe H3 is right. That's not the first move you look at.
so, I mean, you got knight E4, you got um, knight E5.
All right, good start, but how about a move that doesn't hang a knight for free? You suggested two moves that both hang your knight.
I'm going forcing, man. Those were, one of them was a check and the other one was attacking the
That's true.
bishop. Um,
That's true.
well, I mean, what are the prospects of knight D6?
Would look good if it didn't hang the knight.
Well, then I could just take. Well, I was thinking. Then I could take his knight, right? I mean, if I could
Trade
at least
knights.
trade, yeah.
Okay, but I mean, then black would win a pawn, and yay, black.
Yay, black.
All right, so black would be successful there. What other forcing move does white have?
H5. Bishop H5 checks.
Put
Right.
G6. What about G6?
It's there.
Yeah, you would look foolish then. You'd have to just go back.
Kind of feel like the rook should be doing something. He's not really doing much. Am I going to feel like an idiot when you tell me what I should be doing?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. You have an obvious forcing move. You won't even tell me about it.
I guess Bishop B7.
Yeah, that's the move. That's the right move.
Okay.
Although it's not obviously right, is it?
No.
No, but you're going to have to analyze it. But so you saw Bishop B7, you just won't tell me about it?
No. I just when I saw
Oh,
it,
okay.
when I saw it, I said
honestly,
it.
I thought that you just already saw it. That's what I thought, and you're just like, that doesn't look that good.
Well, I mean,
You know?
because it just
Right.
to me
That's
it just
what I
trades.
figured.
Yeah, like so.
Yeah. But it
didn't
is
seem like
good.
that
You
big a
just
deal.
have to keep it going.
So Bishop B7, Rook B7.
Now, is there a forcing move after that? Pew pew.
I don't see it.
Come on, you could find it. I promise you can find a good forcing move for white here. You just have to think about a loose piece. Who's loose for black?
The knight,
Yeah, who's defending that knight?
Bishop.
So let's remove the defender.
So knight B3.
Yes, that's the move.
Okay.
Knight B3 is the move. Threatening, knight takes bishop, king takes knight.
And I kept looking the other direction. I kept looking
Here,
E4.
right?
Yeah, I kept looking at E4 and realizing I was going to get taken. So I just
knew
kind of
it.
dismissed that.
Yeah, I knew you because you mentioned it earlier. But it's capture. But the other way, classic geometry. Am I right?
Yeah.
Classic knight square. Yeah, you got to watch out for geometry, really, though, because I remember another thing we were looking at. It was like the first thing we looked at way back. Way back like a month ago. And It was the correct answer was white to play bishop f1
Yeah.
to guard g2.
Yeah.
But you suggested bishop e4 to guard g2.
Yeah.
But look at that perfect square, right?
Mhm.
If there's a way for a bishop to go from one direction, maybe the other way. The knight's the same way. The knight here is trying to attack the bishop. If you're trying to go this way, you should know that you could also go that way.
Yeah. Makes
All
sense.
you have to know is squares. Exactly. Here, now there's also another problem. You might say, "I'll just move my knight." Then when you take it, you don't win the knight, except there's also fork down.
Yep. Which was what I originally saw, right? Was
Right,
that,
yes.
and then the
Way
bishop,
back, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's also another problem. This pawn is overloaded, so like if I take here and take there, I win back my pawn.
Yeah.
So white's got everything after knight b3. Tons of ideas. Black played rook c7, the only move, actually. This is the only move to not lose, is rook c7.
Mhm.
Because after they take, they don't win the knight because this is hanging too.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So then white has to play here to be able to survive. But after this, it's actually about equal. Both sides are equal material, rook, knight, and 5 each. And it's just really complicated. Both sides have passed pawns, and rook and knight endgames are notoriously complex because of all the tactics involved. Yeah, this position is equal, and the game did end in a draw, I believe.
Okay.
But yeah, pretty interesting stuff here. But like we had said earlier, if black trades the bishops first and then takes on f2, he doesn't have to worry about this predicament. There's no takes here, and you don't have to play rook takes and rook back, like how black had to do in the game. When he took, he had to go back. And so this would have been easier just to trade and then take, and then there's no forcing move to go. Like you asked me, when do you end your calculation? Good question. This is it. There's no forcing move for white here. I would look for forcing moves, not find one, and end my calculation.
Okay. That makes
sense. There is no forcing move, but that's how you have to do it. Okay. But sometimes you'll miss forcing moves. You'll say, I looked for forcing moves, I didn't find it. Yeah, well, too bad. It sucks for you.
Well, like B7, like B7, right? Like, I mean, it took me a long time to find that. You know what I mean? And recognize that it was a good.
Oh, bishop takes b7.
Bishop takes b7.
Yes, exactly. Yes. I also wanted to mention, just for fun here, that black does have a good move that's not very forcing. Bishop d5.
Yep.
Just like moving the bishop out of the way of white's tactical tricks. And still threatening knight takes f2, so in a way this is a forcing move, because I'm just going to take that next. And then I won't let you play bishop takes b7 and knight b3.
Yeah.
I mean, you could take here, but I'll take this attacking there. And then if you move away to protect your f-pawn, I'll take there and take c3. Taking everything. Take. So even though this variation starts with a not very forcing move, you can see it's justified by all forcing moves. Takes. I still win a pawn.
Yep.
Free pawn. So yeah, this was a pretty complicated one, but you did a good job fighting through it. Knight b3 exclam, you found that one. Absolutely.
Took me a little bit, but we made it.
You gotta look at those. You gotta look at these innocuous-looking moves first.
Yeah.
You gotta say, okay, he plays the normal move, and then I'll recapture. Does he have any good move there? Maybe your answer would be no, just because you missed this.
Yeah.
But okay, hopefully in a similar situation, you won't miss such a move.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Is pretty tenuous. Like imagine you had black here, you'd be like, my knight is pretty tenuous.
Yeah.
So with white, you have to say, how do I put that pressure? Right.
Well, that was my initial thought is, hey, regardless of whether it's a bishop or knight that goes there, okay, then what the heck do you do? Because it's not like it's a, do you put him in check or something like that or whatever,
Yeah, a little bit about threats, a little bit more subtle.
Yeah.
I can't give everything where it's check everything. But all right, good job playing a couple games too. You think you'll play one before our next lesson?
Yeah, I should play a couple. I try to do a couple a week, and then if I can do it in chess club, like I said, come in, take the notation and put it in there, then I will.
Yeah, that's great. That's what I want to hear. Absolutely. Same time next week.
Let's do it, man.
All right, sounds good.
I appreciate it.
Then.
All right, have a great one. See
Bye.
ya.